EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First and 10, it's Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry for Najee Harris. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is DJ Reed returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. On third down, Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, middle.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off inside the 10. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. This one to the left to Higbee. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here's a diving catch right side. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Jackson. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. second down, this is Harris. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Snowhawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No,
but his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, but
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend, because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there, because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Snowhawks are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back, but in this case...
That's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for 9.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Snowhawks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, Guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll roll him out right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the home team here, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.